Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Paul, you see this?
What?
We're going to Belfast.
Yeah, really? Where's that?
Ireland, dude. We're going to Ireland.
Ireland? Yo! You know I'm popular in Ireland, right?
Yeah, I've heard.
Who we working with?
Who we
You're
working with?
us.
We're working with
The
them.
Conlans.
Belfast brothers, what's going on? Now I know what
Oh,
Belfast
yeah.
is.
Yeah. How's things, man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome into Boxing Scene's top stories here on ProBox TV. Download the ProBox TV app. Never fall behind in your boxing news. It's great when we're the story. That's right, ProBox TV is going to the UK and Ireland for shows not just the end of this year, but in 2025 as well. You see the schedule on your screen. 2 shows in Ireland before the end of the year, including, that's right, Belfast, Ireland, one of the fight capitals of the world. We'll be talking about that on today's show. In studio, Jimmy Smith alongside Chris Algieri and Paulie Malignaggi. And of course, joining us via Zoom, unbelievable with their schedules. That's right, the Conlan brothers joining us to talk about this incredible partnership alongside, of course, ProBox CEO Gary Jonas. Thank you so much for joining us. I got to start with the Conlan brothers. Mick, for people who haven't been there, fights in Ireland live are not to be missed. What's that energy like?
It's the best fans in the world. Ireland has, it's unbelievable. You know, you go there, you got thousands in for the first fights, in for the later fights, and the atmosphere, win or lose, is always unbelievable.
Guys, I mean, I remember fighting, not in Belfast, but in Dublin as an amateur, and it felt like a pro fight then. I mean, so the Irish, they kind of know how to give that festive atmosphere, that singing atmosphere, that exciting atmosphere. You know, when it comes to the matchups there, is there more on the line when you got 2 Irish guys fighting in a crowd like that?
100%. Pride, ego, standard, local standard is all on the line, and we have 2 or 3 all-Irish matchups. But it's about building the next generation, keeping a conveyor of talent coming through. And the winner stays on. ProBox attitude, the same as our attitude, is 50-50 fights, all action fights, and great local fights to kind of give the fans what they want.
Yeah, I've personally never been to Ireland, so I'm extremely excited about this. But I'm from New York, man. We got a ton of Irish fighters. I remember being in gyms with them, going to those fights.
They love me over there.
Yeah, I'm going to stay as far away from this guy as possible. I'm going to hang out with you boys. But I've been to fights in the Garden when there's Irish fighters. Forget it. I mean, the fans are insane. I can't imagine what it's going to be like over there. And like you said, I mean, just speak to the boxing culture over there. You mentioned how it's similar to the ProBox TV way that we present our fights, 50-50 fights, all action. It seems like even when fighters fight over here, win, lose, or draw, like you said, there's so much respect for the sport. Maybe just speak a little bit to that and how the culture of boxing is over there.
But I think it's our national sport, really. You know, I think it's our highest sport in terms of medals won in the Olympic Games. It's a sport that we're all kind of brought up to do, but it just transcends through generations upon generations, and it crosses community divides. You know, especially in Belfast, when there has been a big divide in the city, it's one sport that unites everyone together. And on November 1st, we're having Paddy McCrory, who's coming off a loss against Edgar Berlanga, headlining in the SSC Arena, and we'll sell out thousands coming off a loss. That's unheard of when you go to other countries. It's a rebuild job. Paddy McCrory's coming in off a loss to Edgar Berlanga against a complete another danger man in Leonard Carrillo. Colombian/Spanish banger, 19 or 17 wins, 16 wins by knockout. And that's what the fans want. And that's why the people love Irish fighters, because they're willing to take fights when it matters and all the time.
Got to bring in Gary Jonas and ask him about this partnership. You just heard what they said about the fans in Ireland. Why Ireland and the UK? Why this move for ProBox TV?
I mean, we were always going to cross the pond, right? We're an international streaming app. Boxing channel. So naturally we do distribute there, but the problem is our ProBox TV fights in stateside are at 2-3 in the morning. So in order to really expand globally, which was always the plan, we needed to go over and cross the pond and go to Ireland, go to the UK, and do our fights from there. Now, the fact that they are such great fans, that's really the home of boxing. makes it a no-brainer. And it really was about the right time and the right opportunity. And when it came up with Conlan Boxing, it was perfect, right? We felt they were the ideal partner for us. Great opportunity to go over there and get that series started on that side of the pond. And look, you know, a lot of people know that ProBox TV is kind of known for evenly matched action fights. That's what we prioritize. We're not a promoter. We're just a boxing channel. So we're really all about what the fans want. And I felt that the Conlans were really more suited to that. They're really supportive of that. And I think it's their Irish background that lends them to that. But they really do want that. They want the evenly matched action fights. They want what the fans want. So this was a perfect fit, the perfect time, and here we go.
Well, Gary, I'm gonna tell a quick story. So my very first commentating gig that I did for Top Rank International was Mick Conlan's pro debut. And it was in the Garden, in the small room in Madison Square Garden. I think McGregor actually walked out with you, Mick.
My buddy was there.
Yeah. I mean, the crowd was out of control. I've never seen such a crowd for a pro debut in my entire life. It was electric in there. I mean, there was people hanging out all week long. So we got a big signing, right, Gary? Talk to us about Mick Conlan.
Well, I can say this. It's not the ink is not dry. There's a couple little things that the lawyers have to do, but we have come to terms. So I think we could discuss it, and it looks like Mick is going to be with us in the coming year. As a matter of fact, we're looking at St. Paddy's Day in March, where and we're excited to have Mick with us and help Mick really take another run at it. I think he's got a lot of gas left in his tank. I think he's got a lot of potential still, and we really want to help Mick bring it all the way back and become champion again. So. We're looking forward to it, and yeah, we're excited about it.
Mick, I want your excitement level. You talked about ProBox and the matchmaking and the level of the fights, man. Guys walk in there, and there's no A-side, B-side, very tough matchups. What's your thought about joining ProBox TV with that environment you're so excited about?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. You know, as you've seen with my fights over the last few years, they've been very exciting. Albeit, I don't love them being exciting. I like them to be boring, but, you know, I've just seemed to get into a little bit of a groove, and, you know, I'll take things back with a new coach now here in the UK. That's where I am at the minute. And we're working on stuff and looking forward to next year. So it's an exciting matchup. I see the growth of ProBox over the last few years has been fantastic. And I'm looking forward to, you know, being part of the program.
Yeah, guys, I think I might have more of a two-part question here. First off, I feel like ProBox TV is a hungry new brand that's, you know, sort of ascending. The Conlan brothers now, you guys are getting into the promotional game. Again, a hungry brand looking to ascend. First of all, I think this is a match made in heaven, so to speak. You know, it's because people have to come together at the right time in their careers. And I think, be it fighter-promoter or promoter-promoter or fighter and fighter, things have to, even when you make matchups as far as fighter to fighter, it has to be at the right time, right? But in this particular situation with the two companies branding together to do this, I think it's a tremendous accountability on the part of ourselves to put this on our shoulders, to want to put these great fights together. And you guys also want to be doing that on the European level as well, to put these great fights together. And I think it sets an example, it sets a precedent for anybody trying to come up the ladder and doing this, that the matchups and the best fights possible are the ones you have to make. And we've shown that with ProBox TV, and we're so glad that you guys are on the same page with that. I have a question for the boss, Gary. You know, the schedule. How often are we going to work, and when does this begin, this partnership?
Yeah, we start November 1st in Belfast. We go December 7th in Waterford. I think we'll probably go late January, maybe even early February. They tell me that's how it's done over there. January is not really the time to start. So we'll probably start early February, but it's one a month. It's one every month. We're going to do our Wednesday night fights here in the U.S. for, you know, our prospects and future stars, and we're going to do our Friday night fights once a month here. And now we're going to add one out of Ireland and the UK to go along with that. So 36 fights total for ProBox TV on tap. And look, there's going to be times where it's on a Friday. Jamie and I have talked about this. that'll really pop up Friday afternoon, and boxing fans over here will have a Friday late afternoon, early evening show. But we're also looking forward to them being on Saturday nights, where it's really Saturday afternoon primetime boxing in the U.S. and the Americas. So I think that the UK bodes well for us being able to show it in both markets, which is important.
So, Gary, you're saying that Paulie should look to buy a house over in Ireland?
I was gonna say, actually,
Surrounded by fans.
I was gonna say it's only like a quick jump from Italy. I could just hang out over there and hang out and then jump over to and meet with the Conlans and do the fights right from there. What do you guys think?
Bring me back to Italy with you. Bring me back to Capri.
We could just go back and forth, guys. I mean, it's a couple hours. It's like New York to Florida. I mean, I do that all the time anyway, so it's pretty much the same geography.
Well, Gary, talk to me about how the fans can actually watch these fights. Is it going to be different than how we've done the fights over here? You know, what time are they going to be over here on the East Coast? How do you actually watch and tune in for the fights for the fans?
Well, first of all, to all the fans in Ireland and the UK, ProBox TV is free. It's important to make that distinction. And it's available in all app stores. And once you get it on your phone, on your app, it's available on most set tops. So Samsung, LG, Roku, Apple TV, everything. So, you know, no one wants to watch this on their phone. I suggest you go to proboxtv.com. It has all the details there. You'll be able to get your app on your phone, and then when you get home on your big screen, you'll be able to download us there as well and watch it on the big screen. And it is free, and it will be until we step to championship boxing. We go to championship boxing, it gets a little more pricier. We might be charging a nominal monthly fee, but that's the goal here, that it's either going to be free or it's going to be nominal once it goes to championship boxing. There's no plans in sight for us to be $20 to $25 a month. That type of money is not it's not good for boxing. So yeah, that's how they can do it. And you know, just go to proboxtv.com and get the details there, and you'll find your way.
So the key here, boss, is free and prime time. That's what you want the fans to understand about this venture.
100%. I mean, now that we're going to Europe and we're in prime time in Europe finally, we can develop the brand there. We have 3 million unique viewers, monthly viewers across all our, you know, properties right now, but it's predominantly in the Americas. Once we go over there in prime time, now we're there. We're real. If we're in the middle of the night, it's just some international content. So we expect to do the same kind of numbers over there, and really, you know, it's going to be very impactful to the growth of the company. So yeah, it's we're going to be prime time over there, and the good news is prime time over there is still a reasonable watching time late afternoon over here on either Fridays or Saturdays.
What the guys want to know more than anything from the Conlan brothers is, all right, where are you guys going in Belfast, man? Are you drinking now to get ready?
I never been to Belfast, so.
I've never been to Belfast. Guys, talk to us about
Belfast. It's an
Belfast.
awesome town, guys.
Just point me in the direction of the nearest pub.
Oh,
and if Jamie, if you want to join me for some pints, because I know Mick, I know you're still training. So, but
yeah,
Jamie,
I'm still training. But Chris, if you're a married man, you don't come to Belfast because you will be loved. You have that complexion, the glasses, the suit wear. You're going to be like.
Best looking man in boxing.
This guy's gonna get hung, and I'm gonna get kidnapped.
We are looking.
You may be the tallest guy in Ireland, Chris. We just come over, so we're all pretty small leprechauns around you. But as long as Paulie doesn't bring his sparring gear and he doesn't start any sparring stories again.
No cameras, no sparring stuff, no mouthpieces. Maybe I'll go for a run with you, but that's about it.
Yeah, okay.
We're looking forward to a fantastic time. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us, boss. We are all looking forward to not just, of course, the end of this year and the couple fights in Ireland, but this partnership in 2025. We think it's going to be absolutely tremendous. And November 1st is when it gets started in Belfast. That's right, ProBox TV. Download now the ProBox TV app. Never fall behind in not just your boxing news, but your primetime free fights, starting, of course, in Ireland, November 1st. Do not miss it. Thank you so much for joining us. For more ProBox TV, scan the QR code on the screen or Go to the App Store and Google Play. ProBox TV, your boxing channel.